Hey guys, how you been? I hope you guys have been trying to stay safe, healthy, and positive. In today's bite, I am planning to unbox the GoPro 7 Black. I'm going to show you the best settings to capture action. Weather is not being great. You can tell I'm lazing around. It's been a little gloomy. So I'm going to capture that action, but not on the car and bike, but this guy here is going to help with the action today. I plan to play a small game of cricket, and Ani is going to be jaunty roads. So stay tuned. So guys, before you start using this GoPro, it'd be a wise idea to get one of these screen protectors. You get it off Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description.
So guys, as you can see, the GoPro is all unboxed. Keep the box handy, okay? Because that'll help with getting you a good resale value if you plan to sell this GoPro later. I'll give you a quick 101 on a few basics of the GoPro, also the best settings to capture action. So firstly, the GoPro comes with a protective cover. Now to get this cover off, all you have to do is, you can see this arrow pointing backwards. You pull back on it, and don't be afraid to use force, because this GoPro is built for some abuse. So these things are pretty well built. So make sure you pull back and then slide this up and pull down on this door, and then you got to push back on the GoPro and it slides right out. Start with the bottom of the GoPro. There's a door here. To open this door, you got to just push this button and slide. So that reveals the battery and the SD card. So pull the battery, just pull on this tab which is sticking out, and the SD card is in there. Pull this out. You just have to push on the SD card, push down on it. It's spring loaded. It should come right off. The SD card is off. Now to put this back on, make sure the connectors face the front, and as I said, it's spring loaded, so make sure you push down on it and it should click. And the battery, make sure the GoPro sign again faces the front of the camera. So make sure this lines up, this door lines up with the camera, and then push till you hear a click. There's another door on the other side here. The same thing, it's the same mechanism, it's just a smaller door. Just push down on that button and slide. Okay, that opens right up. Now this door can come off. Now to get this off, you could just push towards the side and it comes right off. Don't be scared to use a little force. So this is meant to come off, because that gives you access to the charger port, and I use this port to attach my mic adapter for an external mic. The battery of the GoPro just lasts about 1.5 hours. So make sure you keep this handy. This is a GoPro battery adapter, charges 2 batteries at one time. So it's definitely a good buy. To put this door back on, all you have to do is line this up with the metal pole, this clasp with the metal pole, and it slots right in. That's it. It's good. Now this is the quick capture button. To one shot, just press this for photos and videos to start recording. This is the on off button, so let's hit that right now. So you're welcomed with this screen. Firstly, it gives you the battery life. Starts by default on the video mode. You have the SD card information. Again, it's on the video mode. Then you have the zoom in, zoom out. That only works once if you're not recording, the amount of zoom you want before you start shooting the video. And here, so this is where most of your video settings are. So it starts by default on this setting. This is the default for most of the YouTube videos and stuff like that. This is not the setting. So everything mostly happens in this resolution, 16:9, this setting. So keep it at that. Make sure your frame rate is 60, because what that does is, if you want to slow your video down, it gives you a buffer. You can slow your videos down and not lose high definition quality. And make sure this is at 1080p, because you could leave it at 4K and 2.7K, but what that does is, again, reduces increases the file size, and a lot more battery is used up. Let me go back out now. POV, that's the point of view, so you could leave it at wide, but wide is a little, if you want to capture a lot more in your frame, then leave it at wide, but wide is a little unnatural. If you change that back to linear, that's more of a natural kind of a look to super wide, which gives you a lot more. Moving on, low light, you just leave it at auto. Stabilization, I'll leave it at auto. And this is one important thing, it comes off this Pro Tune setting, but make sure you keep it on, because that unlocks a whole bunch of other settings, and it makes your GoPro perform a little better. This gives you access to is a few other settings here, but what I look for the most important setting which I look for is the color. Now you can leave it at GoPro if you want to straight shoot and not bother about editing stuff, then you leave it at GoPro. But if you edit like I do, then you leave it at flat, because that gives you flexibility in terms of adding your own color and contrast and things like that. So a few other things I'll quickly show you. So slide down, it gives you access to voice control on and off. It gives you the beep sound, you can turn that on and off. You have the rabbit button here, which if it's on right now, so I can use this quick capture button. If you turn that off, this button is disabled, and the lock and unlock button. And preferences, the one I look for here again is, if you go to general, the beep sound, so I've left the auto power off on never. Sometimes the GoPro turns right off when you're capturing stuff. So yeah, that's it here. I think pretty much we've covered most of the information. And if you slide up, it gives you access to the media you've captured. And quickly, if you slide here towards the left, then you get access to mode. You can choose your mode and time lapse. Alright guys, I think that's about it. So let's go right ahead and capture some action using this little bad boy and see how that turns out. So to get some action for today's video, I'm gonna wake up the star, who's currently fast asleep, but I know a trick or two to wake him right up.
Arnie, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. We're reaching the spot where the dog will demand for some action. Watch him ask for the ball. What do you want? Oh, he knows where the ball is. Where's the ball, doggy? Oh yeah. Woo! Okay, leave. Check this out. Oh yes. Drop catch. Catches win matches. Oh yeah. One down. Oh yeah, that was 2 down. Oh, we gotta get the whole cricket team. Oh, that was a drop. Oh yes. 3 down. Oh yes, 4 down. Oh yeah, 5 down. That's a break, drinks break. 6 down. Time for some refreshments. Some grass on the menu. Oh yeah, 7 down. Oh yes, 8. 9 down, last wicket to fall. That's it, Annie, get it. Yay! All out. The games have stopped because of bad weather. Someone needs to go back on the leash. Time to catch the chicken. There you go. Chickens in the harness. It's downtown Toronto minus the CN Tower. That's another crazy shot right there. You just see the top of the CN Tower. You don't see nothing in the middle. It's been that kind of day. The clouds have been so low.
I hope you found this video informative and entertaining. Thanks to this little guy. Thanks to Arnie for helping out today. And in my next video, I'm going to try and feature the motorcycle vlogging equipment. So stay tuned for that. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And please share this video if you found it entertaining with all your friends and family. Until the next video, we are out of here.